Black intimate relationships on stage. I don't think we see that very often in terms of Black people in long-term relationship with each other.
I think it's a beautiful artistic
Hit UK play, a profoundly affectionate, passionate devotion to someone, Noun, is making its North American debut tomorrow at the Terragon Theatre. The Oliver Award-winning play follows three couples at a crossroads in their fractured marriages and the deep wounds that they have to fight with. Joining us now is actor and star of Profoundly, we have Dwain Murphy. Dwain, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I want to ask you about this because you beautifully portray, and I watched that full trailer, the just uniquely intimate relationships between partners and the display of Black love. How important is that to continue that conversation and to show that? Because I feel like so often we only see maybe one narrative when it comes to people of color and Black love, and it's almost always trauma, and that's not always the case. But what is it you're hoping to accomplish with showing these different types of love?
Yeah, I mean, the beautiful thing about love, the word, is that it's a colorless word, right? And the journey of love doesn't matter what the color is, what the race is, what all that, and none of that matters at the end of the day. And what really matters is the connection that people share. And at the end of the day, our spirits want to be connected with someone. So that's kind of what this journey is about, is what happens when that spirit is connected to someone and that spirit leaves. And what happens? How do you move forward after that? So, you know, love in itself, and Black love especially, is just, it's at the forefront of this play, but it's not what this play is about. It's about the spirit of connection and how that connection gets lost, so to speak.
Which happens, you know, over the course of a relationship. What was it like for you diving into this role and being a part of this cast, knowing that you are telling a very important story, but also that each of the actors, I'm sure, are able to bring in real life experiences into what they're doing? Yeah,
I mean, this is probably one of the most challenging characters I've ever had to play, and just because of the nature of how this play is written by the lovely UK author Debbie Tucker Green, who wrote this play. And it's such an intricate puzzle piece of how these characters are talking to each other, and wrapping your mind around the dialogue. It's quite difficult because there's so much cutting off and talking over, and I can't do it alone. And I have my scene partner, Virgilia Griffith, who's been amazing to work with. So none of this project is even possible without our director, Mumbi. So all of that and all the actors associated with the project makes this piece quite intimate, quite loving, and challenging because of the language that these people are speaking with each other. So wrapping my mind around the language was the first hurdle and obstacle of how these people are talking to each other. And then there's the emotional aspect of how these people are dealing with each other and moving in the space with each other. And then on top of that, then you have to figure out how we're navigating the space.
The physical space,
the physical space of being in the theater. So there are so many layers of having to be, you know, jumped across, and these hurdles that have to be overcome. But that's the challenge of being an actor, of being an artist, is how do you put all these things together into a believable story that people can feel impacted by.
Layers to the space moving around, and layers to love, as you mentioned before, because it is a colorless word, and it can mean something different to so many different people. You obviously had the stretch in the UK. We're coming here to show everybody what this is all about. What are you hoping people take away from this? Because again, love can be experienced in so many different ways by so many different people. But what's maybe the main thing, or one of the main things you want people to take away from seeing this and all this hard work and this choreography and the moving? What do you want people to take away from this whole project?
Yeah, I think the best thing about this project when you come in is such an interpretive piece. And it's so abstract, and it's going to be interpreted in many different ways. But for me, I love projects that when you walk away, the ending gives conversation. It ends up being a conversation starter. And you leave and you want to talk about, well, what did that part mean? And how did this connect to that? And that's what I love about projects, is when you leave, there's a conversation that's being had, you know, days, weeks, months after you've seen it, because you're like, oh, wait, I think I got to go back and watch it again to see how that connected to this. So I love that about the project.
Well, Dwain, I'm so excited for this to come here, and I think these are important conversations, and I love love, and I love talking about love, and just, I think this is going to be fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.